Commercial real estate is in huge trouble and businesses are being annihilated. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for what should be my final thought and hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It's very important to stay close to the channel in these ever-changing times. Coming up for air, man, folks, thank you for checking in today. I hope you're all doing well. It's been my absolute honor and privilege to come serve you. I had no idea the channel would be received the way it was, and I now feel like I have a duty to continue to bring you valuable information, valuable, a voice of reason. Just try to bring some clarity in what's become just a really hard financial climate to figure out, and investment climate and just all investment markets have become so unpredictable. And all I can say, folks, is this is pure euphoria, purely propped up by government stimulus. We would never be where we're at right now if it wasn't for the stimulus injection. It has now overheated the markets to the point we're now dealing with inflation. It's probably going to get worse before it gets better. And, it's just insane. And so one of the things as a realtor, I'm out and about, I'm doing my thing as an agent, as just a regular, American out there, living my life like most of you. I do dedicate long hours of study to my craft and to make sure, I'm becoming the type of person, agent, investor, friend, father, dad, whatever the case may be. I'm doing my best to really invest in that. And, that's why this pandemic really didn't pass the smell test for me. And it's really unfortunate because unlike a lot of people, I'm probably doing better financially now because of the pandemic, but I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying the success, the monetary success, as much because I don't believe it was real. I believe it was just artificially created. And it really makes me kind of, annoyed to see how some people can they're just so blind, like this is normal. And it's just not. So anyway, I can't change the world, but I can try to change a few viewers if possible. So one of the things we have to look at today, folks, is commercial real estate is in a massive problem right now. But it's being ignored. You rarely see anybody report on it because it's not glamorous. It's just not capturing headlines. It's just not glamorous. But it will become very headline worthy once we see, because the reality is all those commercial spaces that we're seeing, we're going to take a drive today and go look at a little bit around my area and just continue to talk about it as we do it. But these are all attached to people. And these people own homes, and there's people that lost jobs, and there's people that are now in bankruptcy. There's people that are in foreclosure. There's people with liens against them. There's people that didn't pay their rent on their spaces. There are people that took PPP and weren't able to weather the storm. There was a massive faucet of money just going down the drain with all the commercial real estate that you're seeing out there. And a lot of it is attached to banks. There's a lot of people, if you own commercial real estate and you now are upside down, just like you can use like maybe Evergrande, for example. If you can't even make your interest payments on your loans, much less principal, eventually, guess who gets caught holding the bag? The banks. And I don't know, it's really bad. I think we're going to see commercial real estate potentially get bulldozed, rezoned, reassigned, reclassified, because it was already in trouble pre-pandemic. The online stores were already taking a huge bite out of retail, and now it's just been decimated. It's been absolutely decimated. So I think what we're going to see moving forward is a lot of stores that take over any commercial space are going to be these corporate entities, which sucks because it's just decimating small businesses, the mom and pops, the division of wealth continuing to grow. And as you see these empty commercial spaces out there, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about this is the sign of this new normal that they've constructed and manufactured to force onto us. This is possibly this is the big picture. They're going to end up being corporate entities taking advantage of these spaces. The ones I'm seeing getting filled right now, if any, are the sandwichy shops, chains, the coffee houses, like all the big, and it sucks because what was once there before was some nail salon or some mom and pop. They're gone, done. And those were jobs, those were loans, those were property owners. They're just being swallowed up. So I think it's really important today to let's go out, continue the conversation, and get a look at firsthand some empty commercial, because I think this is going to rear its ugly head at some point, and our job is to stay ahead of the curve. So come on, let's get going. There's multi-million-dollar mansions 5 minutes away, yet we're boarded up. This is not a good sign. I mean, you just have to take a look at some of this. Like I say, always read between the lines. Look between the cracks. Why can't this place pull it off? You're in a city of wealth. Because the economy is failing. This is the elephant in the room, my friends. Here we go, another space in big trouble. And what we got to understand, folks, is that when you get this amount of commercial space, this is attached to somebody most likely not paying their rent, and they decided to file for bankruptcy over trying to get caught up, because that's going to be your choices. Big. Look at this. Insane. Nice Galleria, city full of wealth. There's no reason anybody should be going out of business. Beautiful mall. Ghost town. I mean, where is everybody? Look at this. Insane. Absolute ghost town. Half of these people, if not more, are not paying their rent. The ones that are moving out are the ones that decided they couldn't get caught up, and so they decided bankruptcy was a better option. Anybody moving into any of these spaces right now is corporate governed home. The mom and poppers are completely done. The old handwritten note, that's another sign that, things are not good. When you had to write something at a moment's notice, post, because it was time to pay the piper and you couldn't. Never a good sign when you see that, folks. Looks like Dunkin' Donuts wasn't able to survive the pandemic. That's always an issue when you see some of the bigger companies like Dunkin' Donuts pulling out. Here you go again. Huge sale, store closing, another failed business. Gosh, it just keeps getting better and better. The other thing is for lease signs, just everywhere. Big, high dollar buildings, done. Space is empty. Somebody owns this building, some bank, not being paid. I don't know about you guys, but I believe this is most likely an eviction. This is crazy. Come on, let's keep going. Here's a good one for you. The thrift store slammed. In fact, I think I saw the owner roll up in his new Tesla, hopefully paid cash. Then you have these places just sucking big air. Nice little strip mall. 2 out of 6, done. Well, that's it, folks. In final thoughts, we really need to continue to just keep our thumb on the pulse of this one. This is something that people are ignoring, and we want to continue to just do our best to keep our thumb on the pulse of what is actually reality. And we can't rely purely on content creation, bubblegum content, mainstream media. We got to rely on a channel that's going to continue to try to sweep some of that stuff. Hit it straight on and say, this is not normal. This is not organic. There is a big problem here, and we need to make sense of it. And what we need to just understand, folks, is right now we are going to see a lot of shifts in the market, and there could be a lot of pain coming. And I really, again, if I can insulate a few of you from at least not buying into it's all rainbows and sunshine, you can't lose in these markets, go all in, If I can at least get you to pull back a little bit and start to go, you know what? I'm going to keep my eye on this. I don't think I'm going to continue to just bulldoze in bullishly into these markets like it can't fail. Because the reality is, folks, it is too early. It is too early. And like I say, we got to plan. We got to plan for the potential of that happening. And like I've said before, failing to plan is planning to fail. You will fail if you go all in those markets. And I think we're going to see a lot of people potentially wish they had played it a little safe right about now. So hope that helps a little bit. If it did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, go make it count today. We'll see you on the next video.